Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this busy Tuesday, April 3rd. And headlines, we have winter storm warnings off to the north, winter weather advisories off into the central part of the state. And again, I think the worst of these storms going to be across the north, and we expect even some rain and thunderstorms across the south. Again, that mixture across central, when all is said and done, when the storm's done by late tomorrow, 1 to 4 inches in the center part of the state. And then you get up, I think, as you get up towards Houghton Lake, Cadillac, Big Rapids, off to the northeast towards Alpena, about 6 to 12 inches of snow will fall there. So very much like winter, as you head to the Northland, conditions will improve once you get into southern lower Michigan, with maybe a little bit of a mix that turns over to snow. I think most areas will wake up tomorrow with some white on the ground and maybe some slippery roads, even in south central and central Michigan. And again, I think here in the Breckenridge area, we can see about 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches of snow when all is said and done. The cold weather is going to continue right in through much of next week. We have another potential storm as we get into early next week, and a weaker system coming in a couple of days from now into Thursday could bring some more light snow or a mix and some freezing rain. But again, the next significant storm after this one will be as we get into Sunday night into Monday night, and that could be another pretty significant storm. And if we look at the conditions yesterday, we had a high of 44 and a low of 22 with no precipitation. And again, standing at 43.1, the normal high is 48, the normal low is 29. If we look at conditions around the area this morning, you can see temperatures mainly in the mid-30s across much of the area, low 30s in the thumb, a little warmer down in southeast lower Michigan, but all locations were above freezing as of 5:45 this morning. And you can see the winter weather advisories and the winter storm warnings. Winter storm warnings extend further north up into northern lower Michigan for all the heavy snow. You can see some precipitation overnight into this morning, now lifting off to the north. We got showers and thunderstorms across the south. We expect more showers and thunderstorms to develop back in this area here in this dry wedge area as the front and the low pressure system move out of Nebraska and head towards Chicago and Detroit. And again, we'll see that flare up of precipitation really begin to break out here later on this afternoon. I think the bulk of the precipitation will be this afternoon into very late tonight and early Wednesday morning. If we look at the radar, you can see those showers and thunderstorms, the snow off to the north this morning. Again, the main area of snow that's going to bring all this heavy snow still back in Iowa and Minnesota. And again, that'll be moving off to the east as that low pressure system tracks to the east as well. This area I've got outlined, this is going to be the transition area, I think, where we're going to expect a lot of sloppy mix, even maybe a thunderstorm. But again, most of the thunderstorms are going to be across the southern part of the state, and again, some locally heavy rainfall there. But right now we're in kind of a dry wedge, but we expect that to fill in once the storm gets closer later on today. You can see on the weather map this morning the low pressure system out in Nebraska. Again, it's going to be moving almost due east, and eventually the cold air will begin to sag into the area, and it'll turn any precipitation that's a mix over to some snow late tonight and some freezing rain into tomorrow morning. So again, look for slippery conditions, especially tomorrow morning across central lower Michigan, and definitely a lot of snow and slippery conditions blowing and drifting once you get up north into northern lower Michigan. It's going to be a nasty afternoon, nasty night tonight. That's when the bulk of the snow should fall, and you'll find that travel conditions could be quite difficult as some areas, again, from Houghton Lake, I think, to about Alpena, I think they're going to be about the worst hit, where up to a foot of snow or more could fall locally, maybe up to 15 inches. And you can see on the 72-hour snowfall forecast, you can see several inches are still possible across mid-Michigan. And if you look further north, that's where all the snow is really going to pile up here over the next 24 to 36 hours. And you can look at a slice of the latest GFS. This was as of 06. What a big difference between very little snow to about half a foot of snow, according to this, in the Alma area, but 13 inches in Mount Pleasant. So it would not be surprising to see very little snow or a tremendous amount of snow. So this is one of those that could surprise some areas with some very heavy snow. But again, the best bet is this will be the transition area, and I don't expect we're going to get a ton of snow, but if we did, I would not be surprised either. If we look at the wind conditions, the reason why we didn't have slippery conditions out this morning with a low-level east and northeast and north fetch of wind, that's keeping some of the drier air at the surface from preventing any precipitation really from breaking out. But we'll see that moisture overcome that dry air as we go through late morning into the afternoon, and precipitation will begin to break out across the area. As far as the forecast goes today, 100% chance of that rain and thunderstorms to the south, mixture in the central, and heavy snow to the north. You can see high temperatures up into the mid 40s as you get down towards the southern part of the state. Around our area, mid 30s and low to mid 30s once you get further north, and then we'll cool down. Temperatures will drop below freezing tonight with highs tomorrow only in the low to mid 30s. Lots of 30s right down through the extended outlook, with the next precipitation coming in Thursday night into early Friday, and then again temperatures could drop down into the teens, especially if we have snow cover. Anyone gets snow cover could even drop into the low to mid teens, and that would be mainly for areas off to the north. And then again, we're going to watch for another storm here late Sunday into Monday, and that could be another significant system as well. As far as weather watch this morning, you can see high wind warnings and watches off to the lower Great Lakes. Some flash flood watches with that moisture coming up from the Gulf across portions of southern Indiana into southwest Ohio, and high wind advisories expected off to the west, and then the big area of snow. A lot of winter weather advisories with winter storm warnings in the middle of this heavy snow area. And again, some areas about 6 to 10 inches off to our west. Northern lower Michigan, though, looks like about 6 to 12 with locally higher amounts up in that area. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.